More and more people are going no contact with their parents. And I've spoken about relationship dynamics between parents and kids. And most of us have a good relationship with our parents. So we take it for granted. But that isn't always the case. Now, I know people who have been no contact with their mother for years, their father for years. And although there's a certain type of person who will try to make it out that kids are just entitled and they're spoiled, this is why they got non contact, oftentimes that just isn't the case. Cutting off your parents who raise you or your parent who raised you is one of the hardest things to do. And it has to be a build up and a build up and a build up of things to get to that point where you're like, you know what, I just don't want you in my life anymore. I want nothing to do with you.
I was emotionally abusive with my children. My name is Liza Jeanette, and I'm an estranged mom of two of my three children, my eldest and my youngest. I don't blame my children for going no contact. I'm actually very proud of them. There were many times where my adult children tried to tell me about the things that I was doing and how it was hurting them, but I didn't hear it. It took my adult children going no contact to be the wake-up call for me to say, oh my God, there was something wrong. I really did something wrong. I had to be willing to do an inventory of myself and really look at the things that I had done. Of course, in the beginning, I thought, I raised them, I fed them, I made sure they went to school, I made sure that they had friends, I encouraged friendship. I made sure that they had opportunities for socialization. I told them how much I love them all the time. But it's very confusing for a child to be told that you love them and on the other hand are doing things like yelling and screaming at them, invalidating them, not listening to them. So it's not surprising that once they became adults, they decided to go no contact. I'm proud of them because they stopped the abuse. I'm proud of them because they looked at the situation and pulled themselves away and made sure they couldn't be hurt anymore. Although I have now taken accountability and attempted to apologize, they have not been able to come to a place to even start the reconciliation process. And that's okay. I have done a lot of healing over the situation. I don't know what type of healing process they've gone through. But what it means to me is that they're not ready. Does it hurt? Yes, absolutely it hurts. Do I wish that I could change things right now? Absolutely, I wish I could change things. But they're not ready. So I can't push that situation. They are living their lives peacefully, independently. They don't reach out for any help from me, and they are happy and peaceful. Isn't that ultimately what we want for our children, for them to be happy and peaceful in their lives? My children don't owe me anything. I owe them. I brought them into this world. They were a gift to me. Unfortunately, they were a gift to me that I did not appreciate or take care of the way I should have.
A lot of parents believe that because they raise their kids and they put a roof over their head and they feed them, that they're a great parent. And if I raise you, that's what you're supposed to do. That's the bare minimum. What you have to do in order to actually be a good parent is create a relationship dynamic between you and your kids that lasts when they're adults and when they no longer need you. They still come and check up on you. They still call you. That's when you know you're a good parent or you've been a good parent. You giving your kids the basic necessities, food, water, whatever the case is, roof over their head, that's just what it is. The basic necessities. You get no brownie points for that, unfortunately.
We're no contact with our parents because we have to, not because we want to. Let me cook. There's a lot of controversy around people that go no contact with their parents, and I really feel some kind of way about that. Nothing irritates me more than somebody saying, you only have one mother. You need to love honor, and respect her. It doesn't matter if you were abused. It doesn't matter if they put other people before you. It doesn't matter that you had a very traumatic childhood that you have to grow up and heal from. You should still love and honor them no matter what harm they've done to you mentally, physically, spiritually.
I absolutely hate this. And I've had this discussion with my mum and my brother. They are very much of the mindset that, like, family, you know, it's just family. I'm like, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? Because I'm blood related to this person, that means what, they can just walk all over me? Absolutely not. That means they could treat me in any way, and I'm supposed to forgive them just because we're related? I don't care. I couldn't care less, actually. I judge people of the content of their character. If we're related or not. If I don't like you, I don't like you, and I will not be around you. That just is what it is. I might see you on Christmas. I might not. Oh, you only have one mother. Oh, you only have one father. Oh, this is your auntie, your uncle. They're shit people, though. They're actually shit people. Therefore, I'm removing myself. And there's nothing better than being a grown adult and nobody being able to tell you what to do anymore. Right? Your mom's not dragging you to these family events. You can just say, no, actually, I ain't going. I don't care about them. Kick rocks.
So here's my translation for the old folk that love to tell me that bullshit. No matter what they've done to you, you continue the generational curse by pretending like the shit that they've done to you never happened. Just keep loving them. Just keep talking to them. Just keep not holding them accountable. Listen, it's 2025 and nobody is about to sit around and beg their parents, mom, dad, grandmother, granddaddy, whoever raised you, to go to therapy, to take accountability, to be a good parent, to be a good grandparent. Nobody's about to sit around here, continue to let you do the bullshit that you do and not hold you accountable for it. The way that I choose to hold my parent accountable is to simply leave that person the hell alone. They don't want anything to do with me. They don't want anything to do with my kids. Okay, no big deal at all. Some of us have already experienced the death of a parent that is still alive. We've been mourning our whole lives. We have already cried a million tears. We have already tried a million times to reconcile. Trust me when I say we have already given a million chances for that parent to get their shit together. And when they still choose to stay the same, we gotta cut ties. I just did an entire pregnancy and my parent didn't call one time to check on me. Not once. Not even a phone call to any of my children. And again, that's okay. I'm not mad at all. My whole point is to stop coming to people like me that are no contact with their parents and assuming you know the story and telling us how we should handle the situation in the most respectful way. You show me you don't care about me, I will respectfully leave you alone. Millennials are holding their parents accountable, and it is what the fuck it is. It could all be so simple, but it never really is for them.
I completely agree. And it's invalidating is what it is. You are invalidating this person's experience. You're invalidating the shit that they've gone through in life in order to hit that decision, right? And I used to work in care. Some of you may know this. Yeah. I worked with be a nice old man, right? You see him every day or every time you're on shift, you see him, bubbly, great personality. None of his kids chat to him. You're wondering, why? He gets sick. It's touch and go. You gotta contact his kids. Right? You're trying to contact family. Man just hanging up in your face. Your manager's coming back and telling you, yeah, none of them want to come see him. It's like, damn, what did he do? Turns out he was an abusive drunk. Yeah, turns out he traumatized the hell out of those kids. Now they're all 40, 50. They got their families. They don't want nothing to do with him. Now he's dying alone, potentially.
This is the least favorite part of my job. A patient is asking me to call his son, who he's not spoken to in 10 years, and tell him to come visit him before he dies.
Okay.
Okay. So he said no, he's not going to come. I said that I respect that decision. Asked if he wants me to notify him whenever his dad does die, and he said yes. I have to go in here now and tell the patient that. Okay, I told my patient. Didn't go well. I told him that his son said that he doesn't want to come. The patient asked if I told him that he was dying. I said I did. He said, you should have told him that he had to come. I said, I'm not going to do that. I offered if my patient wants to write his son a letter that I will get it to him, but I said I can't tell you that he'll open it. My patient told me to get out. I love this patient so much, but it's just not my place to guilt trip someone into coming. I have no idea what this person was like the first 80 years of their life before I met them. As much as it sucks to get yelled at in that way, hopefully I did the right thing.
A lot of people operate. I don't know if you guys grew up with religious family or whatever the case is. I grew up on a religious island, right? Imagine that. All the old people are religious, right? Everyone's Christian, everyone, whatever the case is. There was this weird mindset that, no matter what, if someone's on their deathbed, just forgive and forget. Kick rocks! Man, take your steps into the afterlife, brother. Do what you gotta do. Kick rocks. That shit you don't get to be. And this is consequence. A lot of people won't like this. A lot of people will say this is harsh. This is consequences. You don't get to be a shitty person. And then you're about to die. And then, because I'm about to die, let's just forgive. You ain't taking no accountability. As a matter of fact, even if you did take accountability, it doesn't matter. The damage is done. But most times they ain't apologize. They just dying and they just think, oh, kumbaya, one more time. No. And I've seen this with my granddad. I love my granddad. But I didn't know granddad was a whole demon in his past. I knew old granddad, old sweet granddad. The older I get, I start to ask more questions. I say, wait, what? He did what? None of my uncles came to the funeral. He used to beat them. Everyone in my family, all the men. No. Me, my brother, my cousin, all the uncles, we all stutter. It comes from my granddad. My granddad has a slight stutter, but it's almost like it got worse. Like my uncles and them had it really, really bad. And they used to get beat for stuttering. They got shipped off to some sort of boarding school. Right, their childhood was real tumultuous. I didn't know this shit. Again, I just know sweet granddad. So when granddad is dying, I'm like, it's sad. Found out he had cancer. It happened so quick. Found out he had cancer 2 weeks later, he was dead. Right? I remember on his deathbed, I gave him a kiss goodbye, basically, went to school, came back, he was gone, right? And I'm wondering, I'm like 12 years old, 11 years old, I'm wondering, like, why are my uncles here? Like, this is mad. My aunties are here. They didn't have it as bad. My mom, because she was the second oldest, and all my uncles had it terribly. My mom forgave, because like I said, they're on that forgiveness nonsense for no reason, right? Okay, cool. That's her life. That's how she want to live her life. No problem. But my uncles, they couldn't do it. They spoke to him on the phone, and that's all they could give. People don't get to this. The point is, people don't get to this point for no reason. They don't. A lot of shit has to happen in order to disown someone you love, or someone you're supposed to love, someone who raised you, someone who birthed you. But yeah, you guys let me know. Do you guys have any experience in cutting, whether it's parents off, family members off? Let me know in the comments.
Do you miss me? Do you miss me? Who knew the devil was pretty? She hit me up, said she wanna fuck, she hit me